Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby. I am Lucanio Chungweni and I will just be doing a review of the Bulls versus Sharks game. Yet another W for the Bulls. Well-earned W. But just my personal opinions, a rather scrappy game. And I think Sean Everett must be plucking away at his hair at the moment. I think the Sharks in the main had majority of possession, majority of territory, but they simply could not put the Blue Bulls away. So also, I suppose kudos to the Blue Bulls defensive system, their structure and how they simply manned up. I think the disruptions leading into the week, the late injuries, costed the Sharks, especially when we look at the front row where you had Oxenchair, Thomas du Toit, you had Umzamo Majola, who was carrying a niggle. You had Okumbarai, the two sort of understudies for the starters who were injured. So it meant that Umona and Mkunu, as much as they're fantastic and decent professionals, they were sort of thrust in at the last minute, because if you remember, Umona just the last weekend was playing for the invitational side. So I'm sure for this game in planning, he wasn't part and parcel of it. And I think that's what we sort of saw in the first 20 minutes in particular, where come scrum time, the Blue Bulls sort of dominated. But I must give credit to the guys, to the Sharks pack also as a collective, as the sort of half progressed and as the game progressed. Unfortunately, until sort of the last 25 minutes, I think they did relatively well, and we saw how knackered Mona was as he walked off the field. But I think that's where the Blue Bulls, that's one of the main areas where the Blue Bulls sort of won the game today. I thought the Blue Bulls were just so much better in the point of contact. We saw the Blue Bulls clearly winning the breakdown. Because the amount of times that the Sharks looked threatening and they were in the Bulls 22, or rather half, right? That's when the Blue Bulls were very good on the ground, consistently contesting, and that hurt the Sharks very much. So kudos to the Blue Bulls. Yet another opportunity to win another trophy. But I also thought, just picking up on certain individuals, I thought also the Bulls just, they're phenomenal unit that just seems to know exactly what they're doing and what they're trying to do. So even though in this game they were under the coach, they were able to sort of, hold off the Sharks. But more importantly, when they got opportunities, they were able to make them count. From the Bulls' perspective, I think Marcel Coetzee yet again, 2 weekends. It's fantastic to see him on the field. I thought he was massive. And yeah, what a brilliant way to sort of silence, if that's the right way to put it, silence sort of the doubters in terms of, because I'm sure he would have been disappointed, but it's awesome to see him lead the Bulls team out there on the field and just play another cracker of a game. I thought also, Ivan van Zyl controlled the game very well from the base of the scrum, very good tactical kicking, crisp passing as always. So also he did well to sort of control the territory where the Bulls played. So he also did well. I thought also Stravano Jacobs, it was fantastic to see the Bulls finally get a bit of ball, get him into the game a bit. A fantastic try, cutting through sort of the Sharks defensive line on the line. Fantastic sort of trending ground move there. Also, I thought David Creel also had a good game today, and I think it was fantastic to see him, take the initiative and actually him having the freedom to tap that ball and actually score the try that arguably, was the final nail in the coffin. But I also thought there was some standout performance from the Sharks side of things. Pepsi Buthelezi, I think he had a fantastic game. Pepsi has always been touted as a potential Bok from junior, fantastic junior player. But it was fantastic to see him on the park, ball carrying, making yardage, breaking the line, and he's got fantastic pace for a big man. I also thought Thembelihle Upoli had a fantastic game today, always getting over the advantage line. I don't think there are too many better ball carriers in South African rugby, generally speaking. when it comes to that. He always just seems to get over the advantage line. I also thought Fassi had a fantastic game at 15. With tinkle toes, he had a couple of good runs. I thought it was also good to see Lukhanyo actually with ball in hand, especially with the British and Irish Lions series coming up, seeing him, attack the line, attack space, and create opportunities. But yeah, all in all, I thought the Blue Bulls, if we being honest as a rugby fraternity, I think they were the deserving sort of champions of South Africa, and they are the rightful sort of representatives for us going to Benetton, which will not be an easy game considering that Benetton they've had a rest this weekend. The Blue Bulls have to sort of also travel to get to Italy, but I think the Blue Bulls, where they are as a team, as a unit, with so many injuries, but they seemingly are able to assemble a team that's got a winning mentality. So I would expect them to go on and possibly win this Rainbow Nation. But yeah, I think all in all, it was another bruising encounter, another fantastic. And I think just the Sharks were a bit scrappy today, especially when also they got into sort of the 22. They seemingly just ran over ideas. I think Hendricks, as much as I love him, I think was a bit indecisive when it got to those key critical areas. And the Sharks forwards just seemed a bit, all over the place, a bit starstruck when they got into sort of the Blue Bulls 22. And I think it gave the Blue Bulls an opportunity to set. So in as much as they did have the position, they didn't necessarily then get the rewards that they should have gotten, because they allowed the Blue Bulls line to set at all times, and so they could get those turnovers and actually contest on the ground. But all in all, I think a scrappy game, end to end. But once again, the Blue Bulls, clinical. Those few opportunities they had, they were able to put the Sharks away. So now the boys go to camp. Blue Bulls travel to Italy to go represent us. And hopefully they'll bring back the win and the Currie Cup. Now we look forward to the Currie Cup. So please do stay tuned in. Do stay tuned in the channel. Do subscribe. Fantastic shows coming up, with the British and Irish Lions series, with Currie Cup. So much rugby to look forward, final to look forward. So please do hit the like button, subscribe, and let's grow this channel together. I'm Lukhanyo. Thank you.